guys, Mark here, back at Shapiro TV, and we're doing some long form content. So I want to tell you guys about the pros and cons about buying a fixer-upper, because everybody wants to be in this space. The number one pro for buying a fixer-upper is you're going to be able to get it for a much more reasonable price, because no one has added the value to that property just yet. You're also, what's neat about it, you're also going to be able to create much more value much more rapidly. So you're going to be able to renovate it and force that appreciation, moving it from, let's say we paid $50K, we put in 25 and moving it up to $200,000 and building that equity, because we're going to take it out and do it again. And the third is, at the end of the day, you're going to have a higher net income because of the strategic improvements to the asset that you've done. Now, when we look at the con side, okay, it's unpredictable. So let's get into the pros. One, you're going to have a better pricing. So pricing. Okay, why are you going to have a better opportunity at having a better pricing? Because no one has added the value to the property yet. So you're going to be able to buy a property that's well under the market, strategically renovate it, and push the value very, very rapidly. And that is going to be our second pro, pushing value. Pushing value. So we're creating our appreciation. We're forcing the upside. We're forcing the value by strategically renovating it. And then the last pro that you're going to get is you're going to get a higher income factor, because you know exactly what you need to do to get maximum rent. When you're buying a property and it's already renovated, it's a turnkey property, you don't get that benefit. It already has leases in place. So higher income, okay? Now, we want all these because we're a real estate investor. This is your ultimate goal, to be doing this 24/7. 750 hours a year makes you a real estate investor. Now let's talk about the cons, okay? And the cons are unpredictability, all right? So risk, all right? It's definitely gonna be riskier, all right, to buy a deal. Why? Because you have the construction side of the transaction. You have the issue that, look, I've got to renovate it. I've also got to pay my carrying costs. That's number two, our carry. All right? Carrying costs can eat you alive, so you have to properly execute it and you have to be methodical about it. So if your contractor sucks, or he screws you, or if he walks off, then you're going to have some issues. And then the last thing that I want you to understand from a con standpoint, all right, is, so the last one is absolutely a much higher rate of failure, okay? Failure rate, okay? Why do people fail when they're doing a rehab? Because they never do the proper budgeting. You need to make sure that your budgeting is absolutely perfect. So the last one is failure rate, okay? And people fail when doing a rehab because they undercut their budget to make the deal work, they undercut their carrying costs, and they absolutely exceeded their own ability to do these things. And some people always try to do it themselves. Now, I subscribe to that you need to have a good qualified contractor, but you also have to hold that contractor very accountable to everything that's going on. But you also have to hold that contractor accountable for every little thing that's going on. So there you have it, the pros and the cons of a fixer-upper. If you'd like to learn more about real estate, DM me the word leverage and let's go.
DM me the word real estate.
So if you'd like to learn more about real estate, DM me the word real estate and let's